What's up, folks? Welcome to Mindset Tabletop. Today I want to talk about board game apps. I've been playing the Lords of Waterdeep app for a few years now. It's one of my favorite apps and one of my most played games, actually. But I'd never played the physical version of it. I recently found a really good deal on it, so I picked it up with the expansion, Scoundrels of Skullport. And I've got to say that this is very interesting to go from an app to the actual physical version, because usually it's the reverse. But I think that they did a fantastic job with the app, because it really is this game. It really feels like this game. And when I was playing it, I was like, yeah, it was nothing new to me. I picked it up immediately. There wasn't a lot that I had to look up in the book. It just felt natural. It felt smooth. And because it felt that way because the app is so fluid. And such a good representation of what is happening on the table. On the other hand, a little while ago, got the app for Terraforming Mars here. This is also one of my favorite games. It's on my top 10 list. It's an incredible engine builder. I love it. I picked up the app, I started to learn it, and I was like, okay, I figured there would be like a learning curve. It was going to be a little bit different because it was an app version. But after a while, after a few attempts of playing that game, I realized that as I was playing it, I really kind of didn't have any idea what was going on. It wasn't really speaking to me. My engine was not speaking to me. It didn't feel like these things that I had paid for, these things that I had created, these things that I had drafted were now working for me. It just felt like an automatic thing. It's like, okay, here's where you're at now and this is what you get. But I didn't really see it because I didn't have my tableau out in front of me. I wasn't moving those cubes, and I wasn't seeing step by step what was happening. And I realized that this sort of fiddliness of the board game actually is what I found so fun about it. And it's good to have your tableau in front of you so you can, at a glance, which you cannot do on an app, at a glance, just check everything that you've got. And you can see what's going on because you've got to physically move it. It's not automated. So the Terraforming Mars app, to me, did not feel like Terraforming Mars at all. It just felt like a new game, almost some kind of like a mock race for the galaxy kind of thing. I didn't like it. I deleted the app and I'm done with it. I love the board game still, and I will always play it with Prelude and the draft, of course. But the app just did not work for me at all. So this brought a question to my mind. I played through the Ages for a little while, the app version. I have still yet to play the tabletop version of it. But the app, I just wasn't getting it. And it's an extremely popular game, and it looked to me like it should be something that I would love. But there were just a few things missing that I wasn't getting. And I went through the rules a bunch of different times, and I'm like, there's got to be something in the rules that I'm missing. There's got to be something. I'm like, no, I'm not missing anything. And now I'm realizing, after playing the Terraforming Mars app, and now after playing Lords of Waterdeep in the physical version, what was missing was my tableau. What was missing were the physical components that remind me of what I'm doing, remind me of what's happening in the game, and remind me of what I need to do in the future. So I have something to fight for. I have something to work for. So, tell me, what is your experience with apps? Have you had a good experience with them, especially with those three games? Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of apps, what translates, what does not. And always remember to have a good time. Thank you, folks.